life's this game of inches. So is football. Because in either game, life or football, the margin for error is so small. I mean, 1/2 a step too late or too early, and you don't quite make it. 1/2 second too slow, too fast, you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us.
Imagine you're that rich, in-shape guy with a 10 out of 10 girl wrapped around your arm. But no, you're that one lazy guy that always watches self-improvement videos at 3 a.m. in the morning after jacking off and never takes action. You watch all these self-improvement videos and you're still single and broke. Well, you're looking to get to that point in your life, right? You need to lock in. You've probably heard you need to focus 1,000,000 times. Well, you're going to hear it again because focus is everything.
Damn, Ron, come on! What's the matter with you? There is no tomorrow! There is no tomorrow! There is no tomorrow!
Monk mode is our time to disconnect and refocus on what's essential. It's not hiding from life, it's honing in on what matters most without distraction.
There's a particular time for me in 2020 when I moved back home to my family's house. I was fucking grinding away, going for runs first thing in the morning, skipping, boxing, and then I was to get my gymnastic ring, take them to the park. Even if it was raining, snowing, cold, whatever, I'd go to the park. It's all wet, it's muddy, I didn't give a fuck. My shoes were caked in mud. Run back home, go straight into the garage and do another fucking workout there using dumbbells, and then go start my work day, work for hours. And this was like literally why I was able to grow on YouTube so well, because I was just so fucking disciplined. When I was doing that, I didn't do any of the fun habits. I didn't watch any bullshit. I didn't play any games. I didn't watch any anime. I didn't listen to like degenerate music. I didn't even sleep with girls. I didn't do any of those bad habits. And guess what? That was some of the most fun period of my life.
Picture the dreams you've constantly told yourself over and over again in the dead of night, the goals buried under layers of doubt and fear. It's time to bring them into the light today. An immediate action you can take is grab a pen, write down your deepest desires.
What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want?
There's 5 to 10 goals for this year. Feel each one. But then ask yourself, which ones truly matters? Which 2 or 3 goals, if achieved, would redefine your life?
We need to set reasonable goals. And specifically do set written out goals for this, because a lot of guys will try to improve their lives like you may have, and within 3 days you kind of lose direction, you get a bit bored, it's a little bit too hard, and then you go back to watching Rick and Morty and playing video games with your Discord friends again. Has that not happened to you before? You can't have that happen again. And the reason why this happens, the reason why you make a little bit of progress and then you snap back to where you were, is because you didn't set this clear goal to actually reach for. You didn't set this goal that you genuinely believed you could achieve.
How can I rectify that? That's what you've got. And the thing is, you are insufficient. And you could rectify it. Both of those are within your grasp. If you aim low enough. One of the things
Why do you see that? That's another thing you keep saying, aim low enough. Have a low enough bar. Why do you mean that?
Well, let's say you've got a kid and you want the kid to improve. You don't set them a bar that's so high that it's impossible for them to attain it. You take a look at the kid and you think, okay, this kid's got this range of skill. Here's a challenge we can throw at him or her that exceeds their current level of skill, but gives them a reasonable probability of success.
What 2 goals? Let's say 2 to 3. At a max 3. 1 to 3. The less you choose for this, the better, right? If you can just choose 1, that's even better. If you can choose 2, that's pretty good. If you can choose 3, that's acceptable. But just from 1 to 3. What 1 to 3 goals here are the most meaningful, most impactful that are the priority?
Circle them. These are your heart's true call. But what's the opposite of these dreams, the anti-vision? The life you're avoiding can be just as powerful a guide.
If you know that I'm very big on creating a vision for your future, but the best way to do that is by also creating an anti-vision, having a negative thing, something that you despise, something that will get you angry, because negative energy is very, very potent. It can be used and transmuted to actually achieve what you want in life. It's like when you're going to the gym, I'll be walking on the treadmill as a warm-up and I'll just think of what my life would be without the gym. Where could I end up if I don't put my all into that workout? And somehow I just get very, very pissed, and I can feel that energy. I'm not being pissed isn't bad. Negative emotions aren't bad. They exist. They are what they are, and they should be used, not suppressed, but used for good.
Visualize not only where you want to go, but also where you refuse to return. That combination of running towards a goal and running away from your fears makes this action so important and impactful. Think of your goals and fears like a mouse motivated by both desire and dread, running towards the promise of cheesy while fleeing from the cat.
Right? So imagine you have a starving rat and it knows that it's got food down the end of a corridor. You can put a little spring on its tail and measure how hard it pulls, and that gives you an indication of its motivational force. Now imagine the starving rat that's trying to get to some food, and you have a little spring on his tail, and you waft in some cat odor. So now that rat is starving and wants to get out of there. He's going to try to pull even farther towards the food. So getting away plus getting forward are separate motivational systems, and if you can add them together, it's real potent. And part of the reason why in the future authoring exercise that you guys are going to do as the class progresses, you're asked to outline the place you'd like to end up, which is your desired future, and also the place that you could end up if you let everything fall apart, is so that your anxiety chases you and your approach systems pull you forward. You're maximally motivated then.
Understanding our dreams and our darkest fears provides the strongest push towards change. Embrace this dual motivation. Let it guide your steps away from pain and towards your true potential. This is a no BS guide, so for you to actually see changes, you need to do exactly the steps we tell you if you want to see results. Now, we can't force you to adopt these habits. That will depend on how badly you want to achieve your goals. On monk mode, you must first eradicate every bad habit, not some, not most, but all. This might defy the common call for balance, but to truly transform, a radical shift is essential.
Roll the Dice or Go All the Way by Charles Bukowski. If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. If you're going to try, go all the way. This could mean losing girlfriends, wives, relatives, jobs, and maybe your mind. Go all the way. It could mean not eating for 3 or 4 days. It could mean freezing on a park bench. It can mean jail. It can mean derision, mockery, isolation. Isolation is the gift. All the others are a test of your endurance, or how much you really want to do it. And you'll do it, despite rejection and the worst odds, and it'll be better than anything you can imagine. If you're going to try, go all the way. There's no other feeling like that. You'll be alone with the gods, and the nights will flame with fire. Do it. Do it. All the way. All the way.
Extreme, perhaps, but transformation is not for the faint-hearted. Basically, dopamine is our brain's pleasure chemical. It is pivotal to our habits. When we indulge in negative habits like corn or binge eating while watching that stupid new show on Netflix, our initial dopamine increases. You feel good after them, don't you? Well, here's the thing. After our initial dopamine increase, the dopamine plummets below baseline, thus making it harder to find covertly. Embracing positive habits like a strenuous leg day or studying for 2 hours elevates our dopamine levels. This isn't just a temporary spike, but a new, higher baseline. And what's better is that our dopamine levels don't plummet. So, when you practice these good habits, you feel happier, more motivated for life in general. Here's a tool for immediate action, the 5-second rule. Hesitation breeds stagnation. When you're on the brink, count down from 5 and launch into action. This simple act can break the chains of procrastination. Actions define us. Cut the chains of bad habits. Elevate your standards and embrace the discipline of monk mode. The journey to self-mastery is paved with the actions you take today. Imagine your typical day, the idle moments filled with endless scrolling, the lure of social media, the easy snacks. Now, let's envision a shift. You can't just get rid of your bad habits and leave yourself with an empty void. Replace the mindless with the mindful. Swap out the screen for pages of a book. Exchange noise for the depth of full-length educational podcasts like Chris Williamson or The Diary of a CEO. Not just the 10-minute snippets or summaries designed for quick hits of dopamine, but rich, engaging narratives that span hours, inviting reflection and learning. Sit down, lock in, and reflect. Some argue that consuming self-improvement content without action is futile. But consider this. Isn't enriching your mind with educational material far superior to the emptiness of mindless distractions? It's common sense, right? Filling your time with knowledge over emptiness is the first step to transformation, as it changes the most important thing in your transformation, your mentality. Your journey might begin with consumption, but it's laying the groundwork, altering your brain's pathways towards what you aspire to be. Every visionary starts somewhere, often with a phase of learning, absorbing. The actions will follow, sprouting from seeds of knowledge and changed beliefs. Transform idle hours into building blocks for your future. Allow yourself the space to grow from listener to doer, from dreamer to achiever. Your path to action starts with changing what you feed your mind. And let's not overlook the power of the gym.
Get it, 17.
You don't know me, son.
Get it, 18.
You don't know me, son.
The struggle to rise in the morning, the battle with the snooze button, it's a familiar story. Yet replacing late-night scrolling with evening relaxation leads to better sleep, empowering that early rise. Stepping into the gym replaces aimlessness with purpose and transforms weakness into strength. It's not just about the body, it's about reclaiming control of your mind, setting the rhythm of your day, and facing life with renewed vigor. In our journey today, we've confronted the struggles that shadow our paths, fear, stagnation, and lost time. But together, we've uncovered strategies to transcend these hurdles, embracing a monk mode mindset. You either suffer the pain of discipline, or you suffer the pain of regret. If today's insights sparked a light within you, facing down what holds you back, I invite you to join our growing community. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and walk this transformative path with us. Your story of change begins now. Let's reshape our worlds together. So remember, gentlemen and gentlemen, strength and honor.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor.